This is a C chord guitar lesson. Let's take a look at how to play the C chord on the guitar. So if we look at the chart here, we are not playing the 6th string. So we start strumming from the 5th string here. So as you already know, if you've watched my previous chord videos, we are always starting to read the chord chart from the left to right. It's as though we are strumming with a down strum. So we'll start with the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret here. So try to have no pressure here. And if you're unsure on how to hold the guitar, I have a video for that. You can see that I'm holding my guitar really close. My neck is really on an angle here, so that helps with this a lot. So back to our finger position for the C chord. So 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So no pressure here. And then 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So let's take a look at that once more here. So 3rd fret, 5th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd finger, and 1st fret, 2nd string, 1st finger. All right. This chord requires a little bit more of a stretch. So if you're not used to this, that's okay to have it a little bit closer. Usually this finger will be a little bit closer than the others. So the 3rd finger, you can see that we can have it in the middle. Your goal is to play all your frets towards the metal fret wire here, closest to you, so that you don't have to exert as much energy. So let's do a couple of more placements for the fingers. So 3, 2, 1. No pressure still. You can see my thumb is coming up. We don't want to be this way. We want to get the thumb behind so you have a nice curl in your fingers. There's a curl here, like that. Okay, so when you have that ready, let's give that a strum. I'm just going to use a pick, and we're strumming from the 5th string. I'm going to go nice and slow. All right, common things that may happen is the 3rd finger may not be on tips. It may be maybe on a pad here. So you can see where my string was. It's right on the tip. You don't want to go too far down on the pad. The most you can probably do is about here, just where your pad begins. Okay, so most common problem would be placing it like this, and I can feel the other string right underneath here. So when I feel that, it's gonna buzz. The 4th string is buzzing, so I won't be able to hear the 4th string. So I'm trying to adjust this, give it a little bit of a push towards the ceiling, so I get this and try to clear that. There we go. And then the same thing can happen with the 2nd finger. So if it's too far down, it's hitting the pad of the finger. So all I need to do is just move it a little bit, and it clears it. And then the 1st finger as well. So this 1st finger, because of the stretch, and because of the horizontal stretch and the vertical stretch as well. So if you look at, this is our horizontal stretch, I mean the vertical stretch this way, it's always going to be slightly on the side here, so it's never going to be straight on. That's because this part of the guitar is farthest away from us, so it's always going to be slightly on an angle, as opposed to this part of the guitar where it's a little bit more aligned. Okay, so let's get back to the chord here. So it'll be something like this. So it's going to be hitting this finger around this position here. So the first string is hitting right here for me. So what I'm going to try and do is, you have lots of things to manage here. There's 3 positions or 3 points of contact where you have to try and kind of manipulate so that it's not. So that can happen. Just try to be knuckles curled and then see how much pressure you actually need. All right, very good. So that's the sound of the C chord. Sounds like this. This is our C note. This is the root note, C. Okay, so if you're having issues with stretches here, I can recommend that you try and do an exercise. So the exercise will be on the 7th fret. So this is my 7th fret here. Okay, so this is my 5th. This is the 3rd. Okay, then what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get our fingers to line up horizontally, trying to imitate this stretch. Okay, so as you go, I'm going to try and play this. And each time I'm done, I'm moving my position towards the 3rd fret and so on. As you can see, this is quite a stretch here. So this is what's required for the C here. All right, so now if you're still kind of struggling with the stretch, you may need to use a capo. So I would use a capo and just put it on here on the 4th fret, or you can also go a little bit higher on the 6th fret. So now when I put the capo, this will be my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd frets. And then what I would do, so if the capo is here, then I would construct my chord this way. Right? So imagine that you need a capo for that. Don't use your 4th finger. I'm just kind of demonstrating the distances between the fingers. So just a note about the capo: when you are placing a capo anywhere on the fretboard, you're going to be changing the chord name. So the shape will still remain the same. So in this case, the C shape. But because we're playing this note here is no longer C, so this would be note E, F. This would be F sharp. So this would be F sharp major if you're playing it here. Now if you're playing it here, this would be E major because this note is E. But it has the same shape. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And of course, if you know somebody that may benefit from this video, please send it to them. See you in the next video.